Welcome to Blueprint Viral News. Let's dive into the latest polling averages from CBC News as of March 25th, 2025. The numbers are shifting, so let's break them down. National overview. At the national level, the race remains highly competitive, with the two major parties locked in a close battle. The Liberal Party of Canada, LPC, holds a slight lead at 39.6%, but it's far from a comfortable margin. The Conservative Party of Canada, CPC, is close behind at 37.3%, narrowing the gap with every passing week. The New Democratic Party, NDP, is significantly behind at 10.1%, unable to make major gains in recent months. The Bloc Québécois, BQ, which only runs candidates in Quebec, commands 6.4% of national support. The Green Party of Canada, GPC, long struggling to gain traction, sits at 3.3%. The People's Party of Canada, PPC, known for its populist policies, holds 2.2%. And other parties, including independents and smaller movements, make up 1.1%. With a difference of just 2.3% between the Liberals and Conservatives, this election remains a toss-up. But how do these numbers break down across different regions of Canada? Let's take a closer look. British Columbia, the West Coast battleground. British Columbia continues to be one of the most competitive provinces in the country, with a close race between the Liberals and Conservatives. The Conservative Party is leading with 40.3%, capitalizing on strong rural and suburban support. The Liberal Party follows closely at 38.4%, performing well in Vancouver and the Lower Mainland. The NDP stands at 13%, holding its traditional base on Vancouver Island. The Green Party sits at 5.3%, still a factor, but not as strong as in past elections. The PPC has 1.8%, while other parties make up 1.2%. With less than 2% separating the Conservatives and Liberals, British Columbia remains a key battleground province. This region could swing the overall election result. Alberta, Conservative stronghold, remains firm. As expected, Alberta remains overwhelmingly Conservative, but the Liberals are holding onto a notable share of support. The Conservatives dominate with a massive 54.4% of the vote, continuing their historic trend. The Liberals trail far behind at 26.9%, making some progress in cities like Calgary and Edmonton. The NDP sits at 12.3%, largely supported by younger and urban voters. The Green Party and PPC both stand at 2.4%, while other parties take 1.6%. With such a wide margin, Alberta remains a Conservative fortress. But will urban shifts and Liberal outreach efforts make a dent? Saskatchewan and Manitoba, the Prairie picture. The Prairies continue to be a Conservative stronghold, but the Liberals are making some gains in key ridings. The Conservatives hold a solid lead with 47.9%. The Liberals are at 32.6%, making some inroads, particularly in Winnipeg. The NDP sits at 14%, maintaining a small but steady presence. The Green Party has 2.6%, while the PPC is at 1.5% and others at 1.4%. While the Conservatives are ahead, some urban ridings could see a more competitive battle. Ontario, the province that could decide it all. Ontario remains the biggest prize, holding the most seats in Canada's parliament. The fight here is fierce. The Liberals lead with 43.4%, holding a strong grip on the Greater Toronto area. The Conservatives are close at 39.5%, making gains in the outer suburbs. The NDP holds 10.6%, struggling to grow its base. The Greens are at 3.4%, while the PPC sits at 2.2% and others at 1.0%. Ontario will be a make or break province in this election, with the GTA playing a decisive role. Quebec, the unique battleground. Quebec's political landscape is distinct, with the Bloc Québécois playing a crucial role. The Liberals lead with 38.3%, performing well in Montreal. The Bloc Québécois follows at 27.4%, appealing to nationalist voters. The Conservatives hold 21.7%, showing signs of improvement. The NDP is at 6.4%, struggling to regain lost ground. The Greens are at 2.9%, the PPC at 2.3%, and others at 1.1%. Quebec's shifting dynamics could play a major role in determining the final outcome of this election. Atlantic Canada, a Liberal stronghold. The East Coast remains a Liberal-dominated region with no significant Conservative breakthrough yet. The Liberals lead with 52.2%, maintaining their dominance. The Conservatives are at 32%, trying to gain traction. The NDP sits at 9.6%, holding its usual levels. The Greens have 3.2%, the PPC is at 1.9%, and others at 1%. Unless there's a major shift, Atlantic Canada looks set to stay in the Liberal column. As we edge closer to the elections, these numbers could still shift. Will the Liberals maintain their lead, or will the Conservatives close the gap? Keep watching Blueprint Viral News for the latest updates. Like, share, and subscribe for more updates. And let us know in the comments, who do you think will come out on top?